Welcome back to Pastor Talks, everybody. Here in Luke chapter 17 today, and one of my favorite passages in the Gospels is today's reading, where Jesus is interacting with the Pharisees, and they're confused because Jesus seems to talk so much about this kingdom of God that they were all hoping for and praying for, but the way that he was talking about the kingdom of God didn't seem to match up with what they were picturing in their minds. Reads this starting in verse 20. It says, being asked by the Pharisees when the kingdom of God would come, he answered them, the kingdom of God is not coming in ways that can be observed, nor will they say, look, here it is, or there, for behold, the kingdom of God is in the midst of you. He said to his disciples, the days are coming when you will desire to see one of the days of the Son of Man, and you will not see it. And they'll say to you, look over there, or look here, but do not go and follow them, for as lightning flashes up in the sky from one side to the other, so it will be in the Son of Man in his day. But first, he must suffer many things and be rejected by this generation, just as it was in the days of Noah, so it will be in the days of the Son of Man. This passage goes on to talk about this day of the Lord, kind of like a end of days, where lightning flashes, and just like in the days of Noah, and they're eating and drinking. But in the middle of that, he says that the kingdom is in the midst of us, that the kingdom is not something that you're going to see coming or be able to prepare for, that the kingdom he describes in other places as being like a mustard seed that is small and seemingly insignificant, but creates this beneficial thing for birds to nest in and people to find shade in. And so the kingdom, and the kingdom that we're invited to belong to, and what our church is joyfully sharing this year, is something that is in and through all things. And we participate in the kingdom, and we contribute to the kingdom, and we notice the kingdom moving in and around us. And so this kingdom that Jesus is talking about here is in the space with us right now. And God uses our life and the lives of others and people that know Jesus and people that don't know Jesus for the purposes of what he's doing in the world around us. We have to be the kinds of people that choose to lean in and try and pay attention to the kingdom that is in the midst of us. And so my challenge to you today, and my prayer to you today, is this. Take the time today, like we talked about on Sunday, and be still long enough to see the kingdom in the midst of you, in the middle of where you are, in the middle of your life, in the middle of your trial, in the middle of your joy. Find the kingdom of God. And then pray that God would give you understanding as to what it is that your place in his kingdom is. What is it that you're supposed to do with the life that you have in God's kingdom here in the midst of us? I'm going to pray that you have the eyes of your heart opened and your ears inclined to God's purposes and God's kingdom in and around the world that you live in. And I pray that the rest of your day is blessed. Father, thank you for your eternal kingdom that is not just something that we experience in the life to come, but is also something that is right here and right now in the midst of us. And so, Father, help us to have the eyes to see you, not just the physical Jesus that was in one place at one time, but the eternal God that moves in and through all things for your good and perfect will, for the beauty of the kingdom to come. May it be here in our city and in our families as it is in heaven. Thank you so much for who you are and the things that you do, both seen and unseen, beyond what we could ask or imagine. It's all thanks to Jesus and your Spirit that moves through all things. So it's in your